Hello everyone, and welcome back for more Solo Champions League. It's finally happening. Season 10 is ending, and Ronan is finally here. It's our final Galaxy's Most Wanted villain here for us to try and take on. So yeah, I have actually never played Ronan before. I played him for practice in this round, but just from the reputation he had within the league and other Marvel Champions groups, I just avoided him. I played up till Nebula in the campaign, didn't have a great time doing so, and decided Ronan wasn't for me. But I am determined to get everyone on that table. So here we are today, taking on Ronan. I did do some practice games with him. I'm not just jumping in blind. I did a few practice games, made the deck the way I liked it, and I got 2 victories. My last 2 practice games were both very similar victories, and I'm hoping to pull that off again. It's Doctor Strange, so there's a lot of things that can help us make that happen, but there's also a lot of things that Ronan can do to, put a damper on things. So let's, should we jump into it? Well, before we do that, I do want to thank my teammates. I am in the Alliance Ursa Major, and one of my teammates, Tebril, shared their deck, and I based my deck off of theirs. Now, I'm doing Protection, because I actually quite like Protection, despite its reputation. But I really do like it, and I think Doctor Strange can be a lot of fun with it. I am playing a Protection deck that's not leaning into defending so much, so I don't have to worry about, exhausting Doctor Strange. That's basically the main crux of my deck here. But I took his aggression deck, Tebril's aggression deck, and I turned it into my protection deck. A few other adjustments along the way, and here we are today. So I do want to thank my teammate for that. And good luck to, our alliance. Ursa Major, let's go. All right. Let's see. What's my opening incantation? What's it called? Invocation, and it's Winds of a Tomb. So that's really good. That's why I shuffled on camera all that, because I didn't want it to seem like I was cheating and making myself open up with something I really wanted. So let's try and get something in our hand here that's going to allow us to do Winds of a Tomb multiple times if possible. Right? That's the dream. That's the plan here. Let's try and make that happen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 for our opening hand. I don't want Mystic Studies, so that can just go. I'm not going to do a Magic Blast this turn, so let's just drop both of them. But I do see use for Mockingbird, and obviously Calculate the Odds. Calculate the Odds being one of my Marketplace cards. So we'll get 3 cards. Yeah, Blade, Protective Ward, and Cloak of Levitation. Cloak of Levitation is really necessary, so I'm glad to see that. I'm actually just going to go ahead and get him out there. We do have to be in hero form to use Calculate the Odds, so do I want to do it? So here's my problem. I could use Calculate the Odds, essentially draw 2 cards and then discard a card, and then do Winds of Watum, but in the hopes that I get the one that allows me to do Winds of Watum twice. Or I could do Winds of Watum and then have better chances of what I want to discard. I think we'll do Calculate the Odds first. And it didn't quite go my way. I do have Sidearm here. Sidearm is out here for Crypto. Not Crypto, this isn't DC. Cosmo. So I have to discard a card. I don't think I'm going to be using Blade, honestly. I can use Ever Vigilant because I do have my Cloak now. Protective Ward would be nice in the second stage. I think I'm going to drop Sidearm in the hopes that we get Crypto soon. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into Winds of Watum, drawing 3 cards. Oh, he's got to start with a Tough. All right, we got Wong, so Wong's good. Let's use Cloak of Levitation ready up. Do I want to do that? I could change that to a stun. That helps a lot in my experience so far. My minimal experience so far, I should say. Or I could turn into a Confuse and get Mockingbird out there and have him stunned and confused on the first turn. But I think we're actually going to get rid of Universal Weapon. So take 2 damage, dropping down to 8. And we have to shuffle this into the deck and give ourselves an encounter card. It's not ideal to put him back in the deck, but with any luck, we don't see him again. Hopefully, we can get rid of it. Hey, thank you. Thank you for joining on. Good evening indeed. You must be in Europe. Yeah, I'm in the U.S. where it's still afternoon. I hope you had a good day. We're having a beautiful weather here, and I'm looking forward to getting out after my games are done. All right, let's see how we do. So we have an encounter card for next turn. I do want to use Vapors of Valtor to change his tough to like a confuse or something, but maybe we'll just jump. Energy Barrier sounds nice too, and Wong as well. Since I don't have Cosmo out here, Wong could be a good option. He would help me heal. But I think I'm going to go Mockingbird. We'll spend these 3 to get Mockingbird out there. Stunning. And then we also use Preservation, so we do heal up 1. Good, I'm glad you enjoyed. Hope you're, I don't know if you're in the league or not, but good luck if you are. This is a tough round. So now that he's tough, he's stunned, I think what we're going to do is Vapors of Valtor to change this tough into a confuse. We're going to then, do I want to do Energy Barrier or do I want to do Ever Vigilant? I could do Ever Vigilant. Yeah, ripped off that Band-Aid. That's kind of what I was thinking. Usually I kind of wait to the second week. I see what people have been talking about, but this week, I mean, I guess it is the beginning of the second week, but still, this week, I took some time to practice so I could jump into this today. So we got Mockingbird out. I could end this Cut the Power through the use of Ever Vigilant and Mockingbird. But Energy Barrier is also tempting. But you know, I have 3 Energy Barriers, so I think we're just going to go with Ever Vigilant. Readying up, removing 2 threat here. We're going to use Mockingbird to get rid of the 3rd threat. And then Strange still has an activation. In fact, we can use Milano to clear this off. Right? Because we can remove 3 threat with that, right? Yes, we can. And we'll just use Strange to do 1 attack. It's nothing amazing. But you know, that's a pretty good start. I'll take that. Yeah, we can live with this. Probably going to have to find a way to change out images of Icon, though. I'm not really interested in that one unless we get some awful thing happen this particular round, which is entirely possible. So next turn we have Master of the Mystic Arts, 2 of them, but nothing I really want, unfortunately. We might have to lean on Ironheart and see what we can get. So 2 threat goes on that main scheme. He goes to attack, but he is stunned, so there is that. And we have to do 3 encounter cards before turn 2. This is where things get ugly. Power Siphon. I can either exhaust the Milano or spend 2 lightning resources, discard 1 card at random from hand. Do I even have... I don't have 2 lightning resources. If I discard the Milano, I can't avoid future treacheries. I think I'm going to go with the random card from hand. I think I'm okay with that. The only one I'm really upset about losing would be Ironheart. I really like that card draw, so I don't know if we're gonna get there or not. But the rest of them, I can lose right now. I mean, Master of the Mystic Arts, I obviously want to use, but Images of Icon isn't where I want to use it. So there we go. Next, oh, he's going to attack, huh? We're gonna use the Kree's command ship. So when a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, exhaust the Milano and spend 1 resource. No more of that. And there it is. Pincer Maneuver with its 5 threats. So now I'm actually really sad we dropped Astral Projection. But Images of Icon just got very useful, didn't it? I mean, the Confuse isn't as necessary, but that 4 threat removal is good. Alright, we're going to get Ironheart out here, drawing a card. Magical Enhancements, huh? We're going to use Ironheart to remove 1 threat from the scheme here. Use Mockingbird to do the same. And then I think we cast Images of Icon. No, we don't want to use Mockingbird there. We want to use Mockingbird up here. And then I think we cast Images of Icon. Removing 4 threat from the scheme, clearing this off. He gets confused, but he's already confused. Oops. Sorry. Ready him up. Do wish we had one more resource so I could do that, but we do not have one more resource. I am considering going to alter ego mode to get the higher hand size. Let's do it. Let's we'll thwart to clear this off to 0, give us a better chance. Go over, use our ability to change out to the next spell, which I think should be the attack one. Yep, Crimson Bands of Sitarak. And we should be good. I'm hoping that this doesn't go sideways, but I do want the 6 cards. And with any luck, we got Eye of Agamotto, we got Fury. Alright, we got some things we can work with. 2 threat goes on the main scheme. He goes to scheme, but he is confused, and we have 2 encounter cards before turn 3. Now, hopefully this isn't like an advance or something. Discard 1 card, 1 per player cards from the encounter deck. The villain heals 1 damage for each boost icon. That's okay. So he does heal 1 damage. He's back up to full health, but that's not the worst thing that could happen. When reveal the top card, so we get 2 more encounter cards essentially. But you know what? That's not a hero interaction. That's an anyone. That's just a first player interrupt. So we're going to exhaust the Milano and spend Astral Projection to end Under Fire. Yeah, I hope we don't draw in advance indeed. Alright, so that actually went pretty well. I'm actually pretty happy with how that turn ended. Bad news is I have to spend Eye of Agamotto if I want to play Nick Fury, and I think I really do want to play Nick Fury. So let's do it. Let's jump over, spend all 4 on Nick Fury, getting 3 out. We'll spend Nick Fury, clearing off the main scheme. We're going to do Spiritual Meditation, drawing 2 and discarding a card. Ugh, there's a few good ones in here, isn't there? I don't really want to spend Cosmo, but Sorcerer Supreme is going to be very useful going forward. And obviously Crimson Bands of Sitarak is just sitting there. So let's keep Cosmo, spend Sorcerer Supreme so we can get Cosmo out to replace Nick Fury next turn. We'll go ahead and spend this on Crimson Bands of Sitarak, doing 7 damage and stunning him. Getting a new... Oh, we got to shuffle it up. Still have this. Hopefully we get one of the 0-cost ones. No problem. Thanks for stopping by, Baby Corn. Good luck in your games. Actually, you already did your games. Good job on your games. Alright, so I do get a new invocation here. Let's see what we got. Please be a 0-cost one. It's, well, you know, that's not bad. I would love to do that again next turn. We can at least spend this to ready up, and we will attack again, doing 1 more damage. We'll just keep whittling them down. We get to keep Cosmo to replace Nick Fury next turn, hopefully. And we do get 4 more cards. 2 Spiritual Meditation, so we're going to get some good hand customization next turn. 2 threat there, he goes to attack, but he is stunned before turn 4. We do have... Oh, actually, this comes over to our side. I do forget sometimes that when I do Crimson Bands, we did enough damage that we get this. So we do have 2 encounter cards to do. First up, Shadows of the Past. I think we might want to avoid that one. And we... Oh, Milano's already exhausted? We didn't spend Milano on anything. Must have just left there from last round. I'm not Shadows of the Pasting today. Nope. And Special Delivery. You may exhaust the Milano. If you do not, the villain attacks you with +1 attack. That's perfectly fine because we have Fury here for that very reason. So he's going to attack with 3 and a boost card, and we control the stone, so he gets 2 boost cards. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Discard 3 cards from the encounter deck. 2, 3. Oh wait, oops, too far. That's oh well, we did lose a Fanaticism. I feel like I should shuffle the deck since I saw what that next card is. It feels not fair. Isn't an attack after a hero villain? After a hero or villain deals 3 damage or more to an attached character with a single attack. Oh, Okay. So I guess it does stay over there. Good call. I guess it isn't an attack. I thought it was just deals 3 damage. My bad. Good to know. I am going to shuffle my deck, though, because I saw that it was... I saw what the next encounter is, and that's just not fair. That wouldn't be fair. Okay, well, that's good to know. That does change some of my practice games. Hopefully things still go in my favor. Spiritual Meditation, drawing 2 cards and discarding a card. Oh, I don't want to discard any of these, honestly. Ever Vigilant is great for where we are right now. I guess we'll drop Power Protection in the hopes that we can still get something. Draw 2, discard a single card. We'll drop this one. Ooh, Creative Solution does sound nice, but it's hard to say no to Crimson Bands. So what we're going to do is spend 2 on Cosmo. And I'm going to go ahead and go for spending these 2 on Crimson Bands. 7 more damage to him, bring him down to 3 HP. And stunning him. And we are exhausted. And we're already up. What's our new status card play? Replace that status card. I don't want to replace any of them. So, we'll just let Cosmo attack for 1. And we'll use his ability to say it's an event, which it is, so we get 7 Rings of Aragador. We still have Strange here. I think what we're going to do... I have 2 ideas. I could... That's true, less boost cards. Oh, did he get 2 boost cards? Oh, you know what? That did screw things up, didn't it? That's okay. Basically, Fury's gone. Hopefully things balance out in the long run. Here's my idea. I could do 1 damage to Ronan and then finish him off with Cosmo on next turn. Or I could clear off the main scheme. I think I'm going to take him down 1. I think we'll take the chance on the scheme for next turn. Alright, let's ready up. We still have 3 allies to defend with. We are getting an extra encounter card, unfortunately, because we did go all the way through our deck. Now, that's okay. Get this back. I do forget that sometimes. So, we didn't get everything I want out there. We do have Cosmo now, so we can add Sidearm to him next time that comes up, which is, 2 damage per turn, which is nice. And that wasn't an ideal cycle through my deck, though. I don't have, for instance, a single barrier out. We had to pass an Eye of Agamotto. We do get Energy Barrier next turn and Master of the Mystic Arts. So hopefully we can get Winds of Watum by using Cosmo and blah, 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 blah. Giant Hand, Crush Villain. All right. There's that. He's going to attack, but he is stunned. And then before turn 5, 2 encounter cards. Come on. Let's let him attack. We can use these villains, or these allies. Oh, he's going to attack. Okay, we'll let him attack. He attacks for 3, 4. We're going to defend with Mockingbird. 5, 6. That's good. Goodbye, Mockingbird. And then the other one is... Exhaust Your Identity. I could ready up, though. It's going to have Surge... Let's do it. We'll just exhaust our identity, take the Surge, obviously. Superior Tactics. The Power Stone cannot be unattached from Ronan the Accuser. That's okay. It's pretty hard to do anyway. There we go. We'll start with Cloak of Levitation, readying up. Then, we're going to use Cosmo to do 1 damage to Ronan the Accuser, or actually, hold on, go back. Maybe I do want to give us the tough cards. If I give all of us tough cards, and then I could do that with Cosmo anyway. Okay, hold on. We're going to spend... Oh, but I can't ready up and do whatever the next thing is. Oh, we got Master of the Mystic Arts, though. Okay, we're going to spend Magic Blast on 7 Rings of Ragador, giving each of these characters a tough status to help us get through this. Gets a new spell out, a new invocation. Images of Icon might actually be useful right now. I mean, there's a lot of threat out there. Oh, but we can use the Milano to clear off that. So let's actually use the Milano now. Take 3 threat off of there. We're going to do it. We're going to use Cosmo. He's going to do 1 damage, which does take Ronan out. He comes in with Toughness, Retaliate 1, and 25 HP. Let's see if we can make this work. And we did use, we're going to say this is an event, which it is. So we get a new card, and it's Winds of Tomb, which is what I really, really wanted. Okay, let's see if we can make this happen. How do we make it happen? We're going to spend Energy Barrier on Master of the Mystic Arts, drawing 3 cards. Ooh, we're going to spend Spiritual Meditation, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Discard Astral Projection here. We're going to, I think we're going to do Winds of Tomb again, follow that up with Ever Vigilant, readying up again. So we'll do Winds of Tomb, drawing 3 cards, and I have to shuffle up my Invocation deck because we went all the way through it again. And it looks like I've got Nick Fury in hand, so we're going in the right direction here. In the right direction for a nice big hand. Images of Icon, unfortunately, that's okay. We are going to follow this up by spending Genius on Ever Vigilant, clearing this off. And readying up Doctor Strange. We're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 on getting Fury out, drawing 3 more cards. Keep that card draw coming. Just keep it going at any cost. I have Agamotto finally. Okay, we're going to... I would like to spend this Preservation so I can heal up the full health again. We're going to use Fury to actually get... Oh, wait, no. We're actually going to use Strange's attack. No, he's got that Retaliate. So maybe Fury is still the way to go. Because Fury will get rid of it and he'll take 2 damage, but then he'll just defend next turn. Yeah, let's do it. Fury gets rid of the tough, takes 2 damage. Still defends next turn, though. Man, there's some options here. I have Agamotto has to get out. I don't know why I'm even thinking about that, really. I think we just spend this on target acquired. We get target acquired on the board, just in case we need it. Because there's a lot of boost effects out there. And since we use Preservation, we do heal 1, going up the full HP. And I don't know if I want to spend my... I think I want to keep my tough for later. I could use this on Blade and replace one of my allies. Or I could use on Images of Icon. Let's do that. We'll spend this on Images of Icon, exhausting to confuse the villain, remove 4 threat from the scheme. I know that's like kind of overkill right now, but it's more about getting to the next invocation. And that's better. He's confused in case we have to go to Alter Ego. Do we need to? Nah, we're good. We've got Fury. We've got Toughs all around. I'm feeling good. All right, what do we got for next turn? We got another Ever Vigilant. Night Nurse would be good to have out. And we have Protective Ward for whatever we're dealing with next. So I'm going to be happy about that. All right, he's going to attack. Fury's going to defend. He attacks for 4, 5 damage. Attached Universal Weapon, unfortunately. But, you know what? Nope, we're going to discard target acquired. Yep, goodbye to this. Cancel its boost ability. Goodbye, Nick Fury. Target acquired. Very much worth the money we just spent on it. The resources we just spent on it. This should be up. I shouldn't have spent Milano yet. And then we have 2 encounter cards before turn 6. We are on phase 3 of him. He does have full HP, but We're doing all right. We're doing okay. Just gotta get the right cards here. We have Protective Ward to deal with whatever's about to happen, hopefully. And we still have our Kree command ship first player interrupt. He's gonna attack, huh? Let's just let him attack and we'll defend with Ironheart. So he attacks for 4, 5, 6, 7. Discard 3 cards from the encounter deck. Defend. Goodbye to this tough. Goodbye 3 cards here. Next up. Blindside. You can either exhaust the Milano, spend 2 punch resources, or stun the first player. We're just going to exhaust the Milano. Moving on. Alright, Ever Vigilant sounds good. We don't really need the Rings of Ragador right now, because we already have the tough statuses we need. So we're going to use Cosmo to do 1 damage up here to Ronan. He does have that Retaliate 1, which loses my tough status, unfortunately. And, oh, we're going to say this event is an event. This is an event, so we go to the next card. Vapors of Valtor. We can use that to change that to a stun. So we're going to do that. Change this to a stunned. We get a new invocation. Ready up. And now we can do some damage. He is already stunned. So, you know, it's not entirely necessary, but spend Mystic Studies on getting the Night Nurse out. Because we're going to need her later, hopefully. Or hopefully not, but probably, I should say. I could do Crimson Bands, or I could save Crimson Bands for next turn and do Ever Vigilant this turn. If I save Cloak of Levitation, basically. Could do Ever Vigilant. Ready up. I'd lose my tough status, though, for anything else. We lose Protective Ward, and we don't really have to. I could just get Blade on the board. Alright, let's do this. This is ready up. Do I want to do Crimson Bands? I mean, we could just stun him next turn. If we could just make it to next turn, we could just stun him then. Instead of double stunning him. Oh, man, that's actually a really tough choice. Why is that so tough? How do I want to do this? I do Ever Vigilant, I can ready up again, and then I can attack, but I'll lose my tough status card to his Retaliate. I could get Blade on the board and spend Protective Ward to get an attack out of him. Maybe sacrifice him later or defend with him later, which is also good. But we have Night Nurse too, which is good. If we have to take some damage. Or we just do Crimson Bands, right? And do the 7 damage and call it a day. Now we're going to save that for next turn. I'm going to go the Blade route. We'll go get Blade out there. We'll let him attack for 2. Bring him down 2. And we spent the punch so that he doesn't take the... he doesn't leave the board, but he does take a Retaliate damage. Yeah, that's the way we're going to do it. Ready everything up, get ready for next turn, where we'll be able to stun him again with another Crimson Bands. And we also have Sidearm to give to Cosmo and calculate the odds. So we've got some good things coming up. He goes to attack, but he is stunned, and before turn 7, we've got 2 encounter cards. First up, he's going to scheme. Not if we can help it. So we're going to actually spend the Milano and Eye of Agamotto to stop advance. And a pincher maneuver is back again. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of threat coming out. We're going to start with Calculate the Odds. Drawing 2 cards and then discarding a card. We'll discard Magical Enhancements. Spiritual Meditation. Drawing 2 cards, discarding the card. We're going to drop Magic Blast. Yeah, Magic Blast. Let's see. How do we want to handle this? I do want to get Sidearm on the board, but Energy Barrier sounds good too. So let's add Energy Barrier. I'll put it over here for now with its 3 counters on it. We'll see if we actually ever need them. I do want to add Sidearm to Cosmo. We still can. Hold on. Yeah. Spend Quincurier to add Sidearm to Cosmo. And then we're going to do Crimson Bands. Boom. 2 energy on that. Stunning him, doing 7 damage, bringing him down to 15 HP. Getting a new invocation here. It's Winds of Watum. We spend Cloak of Levitation readying up. And we actually spend Strange on Winds of Watum, drawing 3 new cards. And figure out what our new invocation is going to be. With any luck, we have some Ever Vigilant in there, because we have to work on that theme pretty badly. Alright. Alright, we got Crimson Bands again, so there's that. We did get Ever Vigilant. Let's do this. We'll spend 2 on Ever Vigilant, removing 2 threats from this scheme. And readying up. And let's do 2 threats removed with this. Bringing this down to 1. And we'll use... I'd have to lose Crimson Bands if I do what I'm thinking right now. I could just take the damage on Cosmo. Alright, we're going to drop Pincer Maneuver and take the damage on Cosmo. We have Blade. This is gone. I have never played it. Is that an official thing, or is that just like a fan-made thing? I've never heard of that. Alright, I think we're good. We've got Crimson Bands. We have Night Nurse. I mean, we're in a good state. It's just like, how long is it going to take us to do this damage? Crimson Bands is obviously going to help. That's true. Oh, yeah. Instead of taking it... You know what? Why not? Let's just say Treachery. That's a good point. It's not. Oh, well. Good point, though. That's a good idea. We have Master of the Mystic Arch, which is great, because he has 15 HP, and that would be 2 uses of Crimson Bands. That would be great. If we can just survive this particular villain phase, we should be good. He goes to attack, but he is stunned. And before turn 8, 2 encounter cards. Alright. Can we do this? We're certainly going to try. First up. Skiing, Treachery, Advance. You know what? No, we're going to spend the Milano on that, using Eye of Agamotto to use our first player interrupt. Alright, let's see if we can avoid this one. Electromagnetic Pulse. Discard 7 cards. If Electro is discarded this way, put him into play engaged with you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We discard 6 cards, actually. And there is no Electro. That's the end. So we do add this, and we still have Surge from that card. So we still have another card to add. And actually, this should still be in play. Alright, so we have to discard all of that. We get another card still. The acceleration token is not pretty. Alright, we get one more encounter card. It is Rogue Vessel. Surge. When the villain phase ends, deal 1 damage each player. We can deal with that right now, but it does have Surge, which I don't like. And there's that Fanaticism, which has Surge on it. Comes with its 2 counters. As long as he doesn't attack, we should be okay. And Single-Minded Fury. Ronan the Accuser attacks the player who controls the Power Stone. I do not control the Power Stone. If no attack was made this way, the card gains Surge. The villain is gonna scheme. I tried so hard to stop him from scheming earlier. Alright. Oh, we've got Protective Ward. We're gonna spend magical enhancements on Protective Ward to keep Advance out of here. With any luck, we can make this work. Creative Solutions. Remove 3 threat. Man, I'd have to remove that tough. Basically, I could do Crimson Bands, but I can't do Master of the Mystic Arts because I've spent all my resources. Could use Blade also. Could use Blade with Creative Solutions. Okay, let's do it. Let's do the Blade option. So we'll spend these 2 on Crimson Bands of Sitarak, doing 7 damage, bringing him down to 8 HP. Just 8, and stunning him. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Oh, I never took my damage for Rogue Vessel at the end of last turn. But actually, hold on. When you would take any amount of damage, remove 1 reflection counter from here, prevent 1 of that damage, and deal 1 damage to an enemy. So we're going to do that. So actually, Rogue Vessel plus Energy Barrier, it's a beautiful thing. Alright, so we just did Crimson Bands, which means this goes to the bottom here. 7 Rings of Ragador. We can get up those tough status cards. But I think I'm actually going to use Cosmo here. We'll use him to take off 1 threat. Or actually, no, we'll use him to do... no, he's going to take that Retaliate. So we'll use him to do 1 threat removal. But we could say goodbye to Cosmo and end this quicker. Bring him down to 5. Nah, we'll do the threat removal. We'll play it safer. You know what? No. We're not going to play it safer. We're going all out. So we're going to do 2 damage to Ronan. Bring him down to 5. All of these are discarded because he's defeated. But we were going to say that this is an event, so we can get to the next one. We got Winds of Watum. That's what we wanted to see. So we're going to go ahead and do Winds of Watum. Drawing 3 cards. We can do this. We might actually have this. Like this turn have this. Alright, Winds of Watum is gone. We just spent it. Images of Icon. That's actually a pretty good time to have Images of Icon. We'll spend these 2. Spend that, to draw 2 cards and discard a card. Astral Projection, also not bad. But better yet, we're going to spend Power of All of Us plus an energy to get Nick Fury out, drawing 3 more cards. Amazing. Let's use Calculate the Odds to draw 2 more cards and discard a card. We get Cosmo back. Alright, we're going to use this to ready up. We're going to spend Creative Solutions here to do Images of Icon, confusing the villain or removing 4 threat from the scheme. We're going to use Fury to take 2 threat off of here. And I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3 to deal 5 damage to an enemy and discard the top card of my deck. That 5 damage, it ends it. That's it. He's at 0. He is stunned. He's confused. He's at 0 HP. We're at the first stage of the main scheme. Deal yourself an encounter card when you shuffled your deck. Oh, was I supposed to have another encounter card last turn? No, didn't I just shuffle it during this turn? I do get another encounter card, yes. But I'm pretty sure I did that during this turn. Yeah, I did. That wasn't last turn. It doesn't matter. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Okay. So yeah. Um, Everything's fine here. Yeah, 0 HP for him. We're at full health plus allies. 0. Okay, yeah, this went really well. That's our first attempt. We have 2 more to go. So hang in there. I will be right back to do our second attempt. All right, we are just about set up. I'm just trying to clean up that last game, get everything ready for our next attempt here. And that went really well. That's how my practice games went, though. So I'm really hoping that we can pull that off for our next 2 attempts here, because of the 2 last practice games I did, I won. So technically, I've just won against Ronan 3 games in a row, but those were not official games. So let's see if we can get 2 more wins out of this. Now, it's still up to luck of the draw, right? Anything can come out of that deck that can really mess things up, but I feel pretty confident. So hopefully that doesn't go to my head. If you're wondering what all this is about, this is the Solo Champions League. It's a kind of semi-competitive way of playing Marvel Champions. It's more about joining a supportive community where we all take on the same challenge and try and make each other get a little bit better at it and kind of measure how we did to see how we're doing. So check it out. There's a link below. You get ranked on every single round. There's 5 rounds in a season, so there's season leaderboards, there's round leaderboards, there's overall leaderboards. If that's your thing, it's there. So check it out. Link below. I think we're good. I think everything's set up for the start of a game. I think we get our 6 cards and go for it. Really need that cloak, though, for a lot of things. So hopefully we can get that cloak early. I'm not going to use Astral Projection. Cosmo I will use, though. We'll drop Magic Blast. I'm not about attacking on the first turn. Do I want to drop Protective Ward? You know, with Milano's ability here, I think we're going to drop Protective Ward and just draw 3 cards. I just realized I never shuffled the Invocation deck. It's still all the ones from last game in that order. So let's go ahead and just shuffle this up. All right, come on. What is our opening invocation going to be? It's going to be Images of Icon. That's manageable, I guess. We get a nice early Energy Barrier and a nice early Cosmo. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll get Cosmo out there, and we'll get Energy Barrier out here. We're going to attack with Cosmo to take this tough away. And to say this is an event, which it is. Winds of Watum. Now we're talking. Let's switch over here. Let's do our Winds of Watum. Drawing 3 cards. Getting 7 Rings of Ragador. Spiritual Meditation. Drawing 2 cards, discarding a card. Sidearm getting on Cosmo early does sound good. We're going to drop Quinn Carrier. We're going to spend this on Eye of Agamotto. We're going to spend this on getting Sidearm on Cosmo. And then we're going to spend Milano and Blade to do Ever Vigilant, moving 2 threat from a scheme and readying up. And we'll use, you know what, we're going to go ahead and get rid of Universal Weapon by taking 2 damage and shuffling it in along with an encounter card. With any luck, it's long gone or gets discarded by Electro at some point with all of his power drain cards. And we still have Avenger, Mystic, Doctor Strange ready for us. It would be nice to be able to do 7 Rings of Ragador right now. That does sound good, but we don't have that. I'm actually kind of worried about next turn. We are at 8 health. We have Energy Barrier, yes. But I don't really want to give up Cosmo for the defense. Oh, I don't have Aerial. You're right, I can't play Ever Vigilant. Thank you for that. What did we spend on it? Oh, shoot. All right, so I believe... What did we spend on Ever Vigilant? 2 threats should be there. Hold on. I don't have Aerial. It must have been the energy. All right. Well, Ever Vigilant would still be in my hand, and it must have been the energy we spent on it. It's Milano and something else. Oh, the Milano and Blade then, I guess. Must have been Blade. Okay, well, instead of what we did, we can still get Blade out there. Not that he could do much right yet, but he could defend next turn. We might need that defense since we're going to be doing extra encounter cards. Thank you for calling that out. I wish we could ready up and do 7 Rings of Ragador. I really do. I just don't have anything that can do that. We're going to have to deal with some threat next turn pretty heavily. Speaking of which, shouldn't Cosmo remove some threat? We used him. We didn't do damage to Ronan. He should have removed a piece of threat from over here. Okay. Oh, that's right. I have Milano to spend again. You're right. Which generates a wild resource, which helps with Blade. So there is that. So yeah, we'll get this out here. We'll get Blade out here. We'll let Blade attack for 2. Spending Milano here to not get rid of him. So that's something. That is something. I hate trying to reverse things like that. Thank you for calling that out. It's so difficult sometimes to reverse what you just did. Ready everything up, get our 5 cards. I don't like the state that the threat is in up there, but we do have Fury next turn and Mockingbird. But we're going to have to spend Mockingbird probably. No, we could keep her. We could probably keep her. Ah, Blade must come from your hand. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Well, we'll still put Blade out there, but we just won't use him that way. He's out there and he'll defend if need be. Which he might need to if things go the way that they're looking. But I do want to get things a little bit under control before we go too crazy. But it's okay, we got Fury for next turn. He's going to attack, unfortunately. We're gonna defend a Blade. We're just gonna let him go. 3, 4, and a boost. That is 0. So Blade's gone. And we have to do 2 encounter cards, 3 encounter cards actually, before turn 2. Or turn 3. No, that's turn 2. Right? Okay. No, that is turn 3. I'm sorry. No, it's not. It's turn 2. Man, I'm really lost. Yeah, we've only got 1 card in the discard pile. This is going into turn 2. Hull Breach. Peril. Choose either exhaust a Milano, spend 2 science resources, or deal 3 damage to the first player. We're just going to exhaust the Milano. I'm really hoping to get Fury out next turn. Ah, man, more of this. All right, it's going to take 4 threat. That's a lot of threat going out there. We have a lot to deal with. Yeah, that makes sense. It doesn't make sense for it to be turn 2. And Rogue Vessel, nice and early. Well, the good news is that we can use Rogue Vessel in combination with Energy Barrier to do some damage. It does come with Surge, though. You stand accused. Can't exhaust the Milano to get rid of that. So we just have to defend, because I'm not losing Cosmo to this. He's going to attack of 3, 4, 5 attack. Oh, but we could lose him. All right, I think I actually have to sacrifice Cosmo here, because he's going to attack with 3, 4, 5 attack. If there's 3 boost icons there, and he gets this bonus boost icon, plus I'm going to take 1 damage at the end of the turn with Rogue Vessel, I think it is time that we sacrifice Cosmo, unfortunately. So we're going to defend with Cosmo. He gets Universal Weapon back. This is going to hell. This is going to hell real quick. All right. And we were out of control, unfortunately. We do take a damage, but we're going to block with Energy Barrier to do 1 damage to Ronan. And here we are. Let's see if we can turn this around. We're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 to get Fury out, drawing 3 cards. We're going to spend 1, 2, 3 on Mockingbird. Stunning. And we spend Preservation, so we do get an HP back. We'll spend Nick Fury clearing this off. We're going to use Mockingbird to lower this by 1. Just take the 1 off. We're going to use Strange. We could do 7 Rings of Ragador. We'll spend this on 7 Rings of Ragador, giving 3 characters tough status cards. 1, 2, 3. I did forget to give a damage to Mockingbird, so she should have that. That will get us multiple uses out of Nick Fury, at least. Okay. I think we're good. I think that's all we can do this turn, so that's as good as we can get. But, yeah, we're at least getting there. Bad indeed. Okay, so we have Cloak of Levitation coming, so we'll get that aerial trait. Spiritual Meditation, Magic Blast. All right, let's see what we can do. 2 threat on the main scheme. He goes to attack, but he is stunned. There is that. Oh, I should have gotten rid of Universal Weapon last turn. All right, before turn 3, we have 2 encounter cards. First up, Kree Physiology gives Ronan the Accuser a tough status. That's good because we can actually change that next turn. So we'll just go ahead and give him the tough status. It does come with Surge, though. Shoot. It's an obligation. You may flip to Alter Ego form, exhaust Stephen Strange, remove Toll from the game. I do not want to spend 3 extra resources on an event, so that's just out of here. And then, man, the side schemes this game. This is what happens. I go into a game confident, and then this happens. And then we're going to lose Fury because he never actually attacked this turn. Oh well, we tried. We tried. Well, the good news is we do have this Vapors of Valtor to change that tough status, which is good. We're going to start with Spiritual Meditation, though. Drawing 2 and then discarding a card. Astral Projection might actually be useful this turn. We're going to drop Magic Blast. We're going to switch here. If we spend Eye of Agamotto and Magical Enhancements to get Cloak of Levitation out, spending that to ready up Strange, and then spending him to do Vapors of Valtor. Choose a status card in play. Replace it with a different status card. We're just going to restun him. Got our Crimson Bands of Sidorak ready for next turn. Oh, buddy. I could do Astral Projection. I think I have to deal with this. So, yeah, we spend these 2 in Astral Projection. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Look at the top card of the encounter deck. Remove 1 additional threat for each one there. It's only 1, unfortunately. Shoot. Can I get rid of that last one? I could, through getting rid of... I'd have to lose Mockingbird's tough status in the meantime. I think it's better to have Mockingbird's tough status. I think what we'll do is... I think we're going to use... What? How do I want to handle this? I think we're going to use Mockingbird's tough status to get rid of this. I don't want to, but we have our own tough status, so we should be okay. And that'll get rid of this. Oh, that's going to go over next turn. Well, that's going to happen no matter what. Let's be honest. Let's get rid of... We'll get rid of Universal Weapon. We're only going to take 1 damage, though, because the second damage will get gone with Energy Barrier. I'm doing a damage to Ronan. He's going to go away, but we get a new encounter card, unfortunately. Shuffle this in. This is going sideways fast. It's real fast. Still have Mockingbird to defend with if need be, but not going in the right direction right now. Ready everything up. Just not getting the board I need. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got Wong, which might be good since we lost our Cosmo. This is going to scheme out. All right, so he gets the stone, but he already has it. If he already has it, give him a face-down boost card. Very well. And this comes out with 1 on it. He goes to attack, but he is stunned. And then we have to do 3 encounter cards before turn 4. We are in danger. We are in danger. Okay. Let's try and get this together. What do we got here? Discard 1 card from the encounter deck. The villain heals 1 damage for each boost icon on it. He heals 1. Next. Power Drain. That's I got a when defeated effect. So we'll just let that go for now, I guess. And then finally, Advance. I can't take that. I feel like I have to deal with that. Yeah, we're going to drop the Milano and spend Eye of Agamotto to cancel Advance. Nope. Nope. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. We're going to drop Wong, actually. All right, draw 2 cards, discard a card. I'm not losing my tough status cards, so let's just give up Creative Solutions. We're going to spend the power in all of us to get the Sorcerer Supreme on the board. We're going to go for Crimson Bands of Sidorak by spending 2 energy barriers. Oh, you know what? We have to actually use our energy barrier to defend against Rogue Vessel last turn, doing 1 more damage to him. But we're spending out those 2 energy barriers, so now there's all 3 of them in our discard pile here. Just going to spread them out a bit. That's going to do 7 damage to him, bringing him down to 9 HP, and stunning him. And we get a new... Oh. Alright, I need a 0-cost one real bad. Preferably Winds of Watoomb. With Winds of Watoomb, we could probably turn this around a little bit, but even then, not in any incredible ways. Well, we got Winds of Watoomb. Let's ready up and use Winds of Watoomb, drawing 3 cards. I could confuse the villain or remove 4 threat from a scheme. That's actually really perfect right now, but I can't ready up unless I do Ever Vigilant. If I do... Okay, hold on. Here we go. Ever Vigilant, ready up, remove 2 threat from a scheme. Oh, but if I do that, I can't. Hold on. Just change the order. Just change the order. Instead, we're going to spend... Oh no, but we have to ready up first, don't we? Because he's exhausted. So I have to do Ever Vigilant, which gets us in trouble with Power Drain, because then we actually discard cards. We don't actually use Image of Icon. Shoot. Okay, maybe we leave Power Drain there this turn so that we can do what we want to do. Yeah, that's what we do. We spend these 2 on Ever Vigilant, readying up and clearing off the main scheme. And then we spend our Master of the Mystic Arts on Images of Icon here, removing 4 threat from a scheme. And confusing the villain. And then I'm actually considering going to Alter Ego mode to get higher hand count next turn, because we are a little behind here. We'll use Mockingbird real quick. Take 1 more threat off there. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I think we're going to. I think I want to get a high hand next turn. And he's confused, and he's not often confused, so I don't know if it's the right move. Maybe I should have stayed in hero form, but this is the choice I'm gonna make in the hopes that it pays off. Assuming he doesn't get 10 threat, we should be okay. Oh, wait, I can't take threat off there as long as he's got the Power Stone. So that actually changes like my entire turn. Shoot. Oh, how to make up this. I feel like I have to start over, but that seems unfair too. Because you can't remove threat from Take What Is Mine as long as he has the Power Stone. But I did to ready up in order to do images of icons so that I could confuse him and get rid of that. That's a ton of stuff I can't really undo. That's not good. This was my hand, these 4 cards, so I do have that. If that's the case, maybe I can still fix this. I might be able to still fix it. I'll have to shuffle these up, unfortunately. Alright, I think I actually managed to go backwards pretty well. Oh yeah? But I think I've got it, because this was my hand. So I actually think I have everything back to where it was. He wouldn't be confused. So I'll have to go with my alternate plan, unfortunately. Which was to spend these 2 on Ever Vigilant to clear this off, readying me up. But the bad news is that I then have to discard 2 cards from the encounter deck. Each player must choose and discard 1 resource of any type for each boost icon. All right. So we do have to discard a card, which means you lose this. And then we're back. I mean, I guess it's still okay. It's just not what I wanted. We still have Mockingbird. So Mockingbird will still take 1 threat off. We'll use Strange to bring this down to 1 threat. He's still stunned. Do I want to go to Alter Ego? He's not confused anymore, so I don't want to go to Alter Ego. He's got that boost card just waiting there for me. He has an attack because I keep stunning him every turn if possible. One, two, three, four, five. That's a new encounter card. This is going backwards real hard. All right, 1 threat on the main scheme. He goes to attack, but he's stunned, and we have to do 3 encounter cards before turn 5. Special delivery. Exhaust the Milano. If you do not, the villain attacks you at +1. We're just going to exhaust the Milano because you know what? No. We're going to keep the Milano because we've got the tough status. So let's just let him attack with the tough. Yeah. He's going to attack for 3, 4, this boost card and that boost card. 5, 6, 7, 8. Goodbye to this tough status card, but it had to happen eventually, and why not do it on an 8 attack? 2 more of these. He cannot attack because he has the Power Stone, so we get another card. That's that surge I was expecting. No, he's got surge. Right, well, this still goes out too, so that's also relevant. And then there's this. Give Ronan a tough status card if he already has one. Maybe I do want to cancel this one. You know what? No. We'll let it happen. Give him that tough status card. Man, and then they had Surge, so we're just going to keep going here. That's Surge. Oh my god, reveal a top card of the encounter deck and Surge. That's 2 more encounter cards still. How many are we going to go through? Exhaust the Milano? Yeah, just exhaust the Milano. Next. And it's Electro. Oh man. Oh, and we take 1 damage for Rogue Vessel. Okay, we have to get things under control, because this is nonsense. We're going to use Calculate the Odds. Draw 2 cards and discard a card. I actually can't use all these double resources, so we're going to have to drop one. Drop Genius for no reason. Let's actually get Ironheart out here, drawing a card. We're going to use Creative Solution. Draw 1 card and then remove a status card from a player. We're going to remove this Tough, dealing 3 damage to him, bring him down to 6. Actually, maybe we should do the 3 to Electro. Now that I think about it. If we do the 3 to Electro instead of Ronan. Yeah, let's do it to Electro. We're going to spend these 2 on Cosmo, getting him out here. We're going to use him to do 1 more damage to Electro, but we're going to avoid that by saying this is an event, which it is. We get those tough statuses back. Let's do Spiritual Meditation, drawing 2 cards and then discarding a card. We're going to drop Blade. And then we're going to draw 2 cards and discard a card. Okay. We could do Ever Vigilant. Issue being... Well, we could do Ring of Ragador and then Ever... So let's do... We'll spend this on Rings of Ragador, giving 3 characters tough status cards. 1, 2, 3. Exhausting, getting a new blah blah blah. Cloak of Levitation readies us up. I was thinking that... Oh, I forgot Sorcerer Supreme. I'm even a card short this turn. Shoot. Forgot about that Sorcerer Supreme. Alright, I think we do Crimson Bands of Sidorak, though. Keep stunning him as long as we can. Yeah. Stun him, do 7 damage, bring him down to 2 HP. We're, of course, exhausted from that. Okay. Okay. Gotta remember to get my card draw in with Sorcerer Supreme, because we definitely only had 5 cards that turn. That's really unfortunate. I've made a lot of mistakes this game. I'm doing my best to make up for them, though. Alright. 2 threat goes on the main scheme. He goes to attack, but he is stunned. Electro attacks for 2. We're just going to take his 2, I think. Going down to 5. Oh, wait, no, I've got that tough status, so I can't just take it. Mockingbird will take it for us. You know what? No, she's actually better spent staying there. So we'll defend with Ironheart. And that'll lose her tough status. For turn 6, we have 2 encounter cards. And it is... Man, Exhaustion. Milano should not be exhausted. Man. No mercy. How to handle this? We're gonna get rid of... We're gonna drop Milano to get Sanctum Sanctorum, or drop Sanctum Sanctorum to stop Treachery. Oh, but it's still going to... I'm sorry, we're not going to do that, because he's still going to exhaust me. It's still going to give Surge, I mean. So we'll just get exhausted and Surge. Just keep surging. Next, Master Plan. 4 threat in each side scheme, okay. Next, discard 7 cards, put Electro into play. That's every single card. Again. And it gains Surge because we didn't put Electro in that way. And that puts an acceleration icon in play. This game is ugly. Still have Surge, so we still have another encounter card to do. It's Power Drain. Man, this is just the opposite of the last few games, isn't it? Or the last game, I should say. It feels like forever ago, but it was not that long ago. We're going to ready up. You know what? Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. Oh, we have to take a damage because of Rogue Vessel. And because of that, we're actually going to beat this now. We're going to exhaust the Milano and spend 2 resources of any type to discard a card. Maybe not yet. Hold on. Let's get Fury in play. That's what I really want to do. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Get Fury out. Well, actually, we'll use Mockingbird to do 1 more damage to Electro first. Then get Fury out, drawing 3 cards. We're going to spend Protective Ward to give Sidearm to Crypto here. He's going to attack for 2, which is going to take Ronan out. But we're going to say this is an event to avoid him taking damage. And we'll get an all new, all fancy invocation. Please. Please help me out here, man. Anything. At this point. All right, who do we got? We got 7 Rings of Ragador, which isn't really going to help me right now. Okay. Okay. We're going to spend the Milano and these 2 to end Rogue Vessel. Or actually, no, leave Rogue Vessel. We're going to spend Eye of Agamotto and Astral Projection to get Energy Barrier out and use that for Rogue Vessel. Then we're going to ready up. We're going to use this to clear off Power Drain. We have to discard stuff, but there's nothing in our hand to discard. We're going to use Doctor Strange here to take out Electro. And then we're going to take 2 damage and deal ourselves an encounter card to get rid of Universal Weapon. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm trying. Pretty much how much damage can we do? Because I don't think we can get that Power Stone from him in the next 2 turns. So let's just see how far we can get. All right. What do we have? We've got 2 energy barriers, astral projection, target acquired. Nothing great. Not looking good. All right, 2 threat in the main scheme. He's going to attack. We defend of Nick Fury. So he attacks for 4, 5, 6. He gets a boost card. That's a ton of damage. But Nick Fury's gone, and that does discard our tough status, which is good. That could be a lot worse, is what I'm saying. We have to do 3 encounter cards. So this could still be really bad. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to stop You Stand Accused with Milano and spend 1 energy barrier. Actually, spend magical enhancement. So we can't do that again. What do we got now? We have superior tactics. Whew. That's going to get 3 threat on it. Oh man, pincher maneuver on top of it. All right, there's a lot of threat going around out there. And we should just forget about that and try and take on Ronan if we can. We're going to use... what am I going to do? That's not great. We're going to attack with Cosmo. Now, we're going to attack with Ironheart, which gets rid of the tough stats, but the Retaliate does do 2 damage to her, taking her out. Then we attack with Cosmo, which does 2 damage to him, but does lose his top stats card, and we're going to use this to say, it's an event, which it is. We got Winds of Watum, which is, a step in the right direction. We're then going to use Winds of Watum to draw 3 more cards. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. Oh, this was supposed to do a damage to him last turn from that Rogue Vessel, which I keep forgetting about. How can we do more? We've got Magic Blast here. And I feel like that's the best way we have... Because this is going to be the last turn, basically. With this here, I can't take care of that. I guess I could spend Astral Projection in the hopes that I get rid of it, but I can't guarantee it. Astral Projection followed by Ever Vigilant, which require 5 resources, basically my entire hand. Or Images of Icon, right? Alright, we're going to do it. We're going to do Images of Icon. Ready up. Spend Eye of Agamotto. Images of Icon. Remove 4 threat from a scheme. And confuse the villain. Crimson Bands of Sidorak. Okay, now we're talking, because that can do some damage. We're going to spend these 2 on Ever Vigilant to remove 2 threat from a scheme. Readying ourselves up. I just have to do as much damage to him as possible, really. So let's do it. We'll spend Energy Barrier on Master of the Mystic Arts, spending 2. Yeah, spend 2 to do Crimson Bands of Sidorak. That stuns him, doing 7 damage, bringing him down to 15. And it stays there. We use Strange to take care of Pincher Maneuver. I mean, we might just survive this round. I'm going to drop target acquired. And we might survive this. There's still a chance that we survive this. Can't guarantee it, and we're going to have to shuffle our deck and get a new encounter card in the process. But we might survive this. Do I want to go to Alter Ego form? No, the number of encounter cards we're going to do, I really don't. We have Cosmo. We're going to need to use him if possible. We have Master of the Mystic Arts. If we can survive this round, we can win. We just have to survive. We just have to survive. Okay. So, 2 threat goes on the main scheme. So that's at 8. He goes to attack, but he is stunned. We have to, before turn 7, do 3 encounter cards. We have the Milano. Actually, spend 1 on this. I don't want to spend any resources from my hand. So we have the Milano, and we can spend Eye of Agamotto. Let's try. He's going to attack. We have to try and stop that. If we exhaust the Milano, but there's 2 other things that could happen here. We've got this Treachery in our hand, which is basically the same. This Treachery avoiding. Man, if we just don't have these encounter cards, we could win, because I can do 2 Crimson Bands of Sidorak next turn, and we'll get the other damage from Energy Barrier. So he would attack, and he would attack with 4, 5, 6 damage. Let him attack Cosmo. Let him attack Cosmo. So he attacks. He attacks with 4, 5, 6 damage. Cosmo defends. 7, discard 3 cards from the encounter deck. No, I don't want to do that. Hold on. I totally forgot that he would shoot. Ah, I already saw it, so I know what happens. I totally forgot. No. Alright, he does 7 damage, which would do 2, and then 5 to me. I can block 1 of Energy Barrier, but it'd still be 4 to me. And I don't think I have any way of getting rid of that. Nope, that's 4. That's my last 4 health. That is the end of my second attempt. Ooh, what a struggle. Okay, I will pick this up. I'll be right back for our third and final attempt. See you soon. All right. That was brutal. Man, I thought I had that one. I just had to survive 3 encounter cards, but you know how hard that can be in this particular encounter. So, that victory was in grasp. So I'm hoping to get that 2 out of 3. That's all I want. It's 2 out of 3 at this point. 3 out of 3 would have been nice. I'm pretty happy with 1 out of 2 right now. If we can get that 2 out of 3, though, I'll be pretty satisfied. So, I think we're about set up. So again, this is for the Solo Champions League. If you're not sure what that is, semi-competitive way of playing Marvel Champions. There's a link below if you want to learn any more about it. This is a league I run. It's a league I enjoy playing in. If you want to support those efforts, there's a few things you can do. Yeah, just 3. Just 3. Just 3. No big deal. So yeah, if you want to support the league or the videos or whatever it is that brought you here today, there's a few things you can check out. There's the Etsy store, link below, where you have things like the official league mat, sticker, pin, all sorts of fun stuff. Those physical items are also available within the Patreon if you join at the hero level. We lost to just 1. Yeah, I get that. Trust me. We'll see how it goes in this 3rd and final attempt. But yeah, if you join the Patreon, you get things like those physical rewards at the hero level, as well as mid-round results, sneak peeks at upcoming rounds, and members-only rounds between seasons. I do want to thank our 3 most recent Patreon members. They are... Hold on, where's my list? There we are. Kennedy Hawk, if you're familiar with the Marvel Champions community at all, you're familiar with Kennedy Hawk. He's got his own podcast, runs a community, a forum, all sorts of stuff. Check it out. Thanks for joining the Patreon, Kennedy Hawk. I'm glad you enjoy our little league here. Turkey Guy. Turkey Guy is an active member of the community. Been around for the last season or 2. Really enjoys themselves, it seems, and thank you for joining the Patreon. Good luck in your round 5 games. Gondo. Gondo's been around a long time. Gondo's been around since season 2 of the Solo Champions League, which is like a year and a half ago now. So thank you, Gondo. Thank you for joining, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it all through this year and a half spent playing games. And then Chew Angel. Chew Angel is a new member of the Solo Champions League. They joined just last round, the Zola round. That was not an easy round, so props to you, Chew Angel, for taking that on. All right, so we are on to our 3rd and final attempt here. I have, dreams of winning it. Let's see if the game has the same idea. We have our 10 health. Let's shuffle this up, figure out what our first invocation is going to be. It is 7 Rings of Ragador. It's not a bad starter, assuming you get some allies out there, but it's not great, I don't think. Not my favorite. Alright, I'm going to drop Protective Ward, Magic Blast. I'm actually going to drop Wong. I'm really shooting for Cosmo, and I think Wong's just too expensive right now. And, we're going to drop Energy Barrier also, drawing 4 new cards. It's all about trying to stun him as far as I'm concerned. Keep him from doing as much as possible. We'll spend this on getting Cloak of Levitation out there. We'll use Stephen Strange's ability to actually go to the next one. And it's Images of Icon, which isn't great, honestly. That's too bad. We're going to spend all 3 getting Mockingbird out there and stunning him. He does start with Tough, though. I did forget about that. We'll attack of Mockingbird to get rid of that Tough. Strange is back. We can use Strange to clear off 2 here. Use Cloak Lev ready up. Use Strange to clear this off. And then use Milano to clear this off. And then we are going to take 2 damage for Universal Weapon to go away. Wait, you know what? No. He's stunned. He's not attacking this turn, so we're going to allow him that Universal Weapon to stay. Oh, but he's got Stalwart, so I actually have to get rid of him. I have to get rid of it to have stunned him with Mockingbird, so yeah. That has to go away. Forgot about that little feature. Alright. So, we got Clean Scheme, so there is that. Ronan is stunned, so there is that, but we have 3 encounter cards, and we know how that goes. Oh, we didn't shuffle this in. Just shuffled our deck and didn't shuffle him in. All right, Mockingbird can defend if we have to, but I'd rather not have to. Rather get another use out of her. Get our 5 cards. All right, 2 threat on that main scheme. He goes to attack, but he is stunned. And then before turn 2, we have 3 encounter cards to do. 3 is a lot. First up, Lightning Bolt. Discard 2 cards from the encounter deck. Take 1 indirect damage for each boost icon. That's 4. We're just gonna give 1 to Mockingbird. And we're gonna take the remaining 3. That's not what I want to happen, but that's what's happening. Gang up. He's going to attack. Let him attack. 3, 4. Mockingbird defends. 5, 6. In case that wasn't clear. Finally. Fanaticism, which has Surge. Alright, this is going poorly. Power drains out now. Okay. Can we handle this? Calculate the odds. Draw... You know what? Before we do that, let's actually get Ironheart out there, drawing a card. And then draw 2 cards, discard a card. I don't want either of those cards. That's good because we have Calculate the Odds now. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. 1 resource, 3 more resources. Fury's out, drawing 3 more cards. Wow, that's useless. Man. Okay. How to handle this. We're going to go for the images of icon real quick. Remove 4 threat from a scheme. That's going to be the main scheme, and we'll confuse Ronan. And we're going to ready up. Crimson Bands of Sidorak, you say? Okay. We'll spend these 2 on Crimson Bands of Sidorak, doing 7 damage to him. So he's at 15. That brings him down to 8. And stunning him. Winds of Watum, okay. Well, we'll use Nick Fury to clear this off. Which does do a damage to Fury, obviously. We'll do another attack with Ironheart here, bring him down to 7. That's pretty good. Next turn's looking alright, especially if we get Master of the Mystic Arts. If we can just get Master of the Mystic Arts to line up with Watum, you know what? I'd go to Alter Ego if I didn't have Fury right now. Cosmo's coming up, though. 2 threat on the main scheme. Oh, this goes away. He's going to attack, but he's stunned. And then before turn 3, 2 encounter cards. First up, Superior Tactics. But it's 3 threats. Next up, he's going to attack. Let him attack because Fury's going to defend. That's an attack of 3. Oh, but we have this fanaticism to deal with. Just let it happen. 3, 4, 5. Fury's defending. 6, 7 damage. So he takes 2. And that defeats me. I take 5 damage of that 7. Man. And that's it. Okay. That is my 3 games. Man. I went from winning 2 practice games in a row, winning my first official game, and then losing 2 official games afterwards. That's terrible. 5 damage, even with Fury defending. That's terrible. And I had Winds of Watum lined up for next turn. I should have canceled that with Milano. That's what I should have done, but I didn't. Yeah, Ronan is rough indeed. Okay, well, that's my 3 attempts. I tried. Good luck to everyone else. Good luck, and I will see you all on results day. Thanks for watching.